My name is Ben Rice. I'm a senior, and I played on the hockey and baseball team here, and I was a captain of the baseball team. I'd say my biggest mentor was Billy Sweezy. He was a senior when I was a freshman, so he was definitely always just a guy that I looked up to. He was from my area, so I was able to see him outside of school as well. But he was just a really good role model for me, especially with the way he played and with the way he led the team. He brought a lot of fun, a lot of energy to the group, and I really admired the way that he played and how he was so composed on and off the ice. Baseball, I'd say most admirable captain that I had was Sevitachi, and I admired him just because when it was my sophomore year, it was my first year on the team. He really just made me feel a part of the team right away, and was definitely just the first guy to befriend me and make me feel part of the group, which was good. And he was also just a great player and a great athlete to look up to. I'd say as a leader, my main goal is, I try to not be extremely serious, although when it's needed, I do act serious and I do try to get the best out of my teammates. But I think most people would say that I try to bring a lot of energy and I like to incorporate a good sense of humor into my leadership, which makes everyone a little bit more loose, and that I think that helps out the way we play and we practice. But with that being said, then everybody knows once I get serious, then everyone's got to focus up, and I think that is my most effective. One little thing that I like about the baseball team, and what really only started this year, was I started having kids. We all have different handshakes throughout stretching lines and when we come in after scoring a run. And during our different lines, all three captains and then another senior will lead the lines in warm-ups, and we'll all do the same handshakes with each kid. And I think that's it's a good way to keep everyone connected, and just really emphasizes that team aspect and really pulls the group together. And you'll also see us when we're doing our team workouts. In between each exercise, we're all giving each other high fives. So I think that's just one real small detail that I've really liked throughout the years that I've been on the team. Maybe I wish I had known how much interaction you're going to be having with the coach. Now on the baseball team, I'm talking to Coach Murray constantly, and he's delivering messages to us that we have to give to other players. And I think that's been challenging at times, but it hasn't been too hard. Sometimes we'll need to get on guys' case, which isn't always the easiest thing to do, but it's oftentimes necessary, and I think it's helpful because a lot of the times kids will they might listen more to one of their own fellow players and their captains than they would a coach. Not to try and change too much. When you get that leadership role, it can be something that you've always wanted, it can be something that you've looked forward to for a long time, but I don't think you should try to change your approach to the game or try to change your personality that much, because you were selected for that role for a reason. You were selected because the way that you've acted throughout your years on the team and the way that you've been a good teammate or the way that you've led by example have all been the qualities that people have seen in you to elect you as captain. So I think just reminding yourself to never pretend to be something more than you are, I think that's just a big piece that I've learned. Just be yourself and don't try too hard to be a really effective leader, because you're probably doing it fine already.